This video is meant to illustrate how Google Ads work and how you could use Google Ads to create your ad campaigns or paid search campaigns. If you look at the Google Ads website once you log in, you will see that Google has four different campaign styles: search, display, video, and app based campaigns. Today, we're going to focus just on search, but you could also create display, video, and app campaigns. We will talk a little bit about display campaigns in the next class. The hierarchy in the Google ads page is you start off with a campaign, and underneath campaign you have multiple ad groups, and within those ad groups you have multiple keywords. So we'll go through them one by one. So once you click on search campaigns, what you'll find is an overview. So the topmost one on overview is actually very illustrative. If you've already run campaigns before, it gives you a sense of how your campaigns are performing over the month. Now you can look at clicks, impressions, average cost per click, and the cost. So in this example, if you see, they've spent around 30,000 rupees and have got 20,000 worth of clicks on that. Now the other thing you should know is all of these are customizable. So you can change from costs to conversions to CTR. So this is Google allows you to customize a lot of things, and this is definitely one of them. Now if you go scroll down the page, it also gives you an idea of what are the biggest changes overall. In this case, some cleaning and bathroom cleaning campaigns that they had, they have not been spending a lot of money on that, and so you see the negative costs on that. You also get an overview of how campaigns are performing. So you can see that their on-demand cleaning campaign, they've spent around 13,000 rupees and they've got around 986 clicks with a CTR of 8.5%. Now, once again, these things are very customizable. You can choose whatever metric you want to use. Moving on, it also gives you an overview of the keywords, the different costs associated with the keywords, the clicks, the CTR, and so on. So in this instance, for example, car wash was the keyword campaign that they spent most amount of money on. Now it also gives you an idea about what people were searching for. This is ranked by impressions. So people were searching a lot for bathroom cleaning. And once you click on that, what you will find is what was it triggered by the keyword search that you had put in. And then other details on impressions and clicks for that particular keyword. It also gives you a sense by words what people are searching for, what was the trigger for those words, and so on. Scrolling further down, you see the most shown ads. In their case, it's tank cleaning starting at just $5.99. It tells you what are the landing pages that you use most frequently. The devices, in their case, it is mostly mobile phones, and I think this is true for a lot of people. It also gives you a sense of demographics based on gender and age. In their case, it's mostly in the male to female, 25 to 44 age group. Finally, it also tells them the day and hour when they got most of their impressions and clicks. Now, as I mentioned before, Google organizes things based on campaigns, followed which there are ad groups and so on. Now, if you look at the recommendations, Google also provides you a way to improve your search targets. So for example, here it tells you that your search optimization score is only 76%, and it gives you the recommendations by which you can improve your search performance. So for example, in their case, ads and extensions can lead to a 10% improvement in what they want to see. If you scroll down further, it tells you what are the different recommendations. So it tells you create dynamic search ads. It gives you a 5% bump in your search scores. And then if you look at new keywords, again, that can improve your search score. So these are all different things that you can do. Remember, Google also uses the quality score depends on the website and landing pages too. So it talks at the bottom end about how they can improve their page and landing page to increase their conversions. Now, if you look at this, it's only a 0.6%, so it suggests that their websites are pretty much on par with what Google expects them to do. So if you look at ads and extensions, here it tells you what all you can do to make sure that your ads are performing better. Moving on to campaigns. So this is the next level in the hierarchy, and in this case I'm going to focus on one specific campaign that they ran, which is the uh, which is mobile car units in Chennai. So this is the campaign that I'm going to focus on. Now, if you look at the campaign as such, it consists of three different ad groups: car detailing, car polishing, and car wash. Now, even within a campaign, you can have an overview of the entire campaign. So very similar structure as it was before. Now it will tell you what are the different ad groups belonging to the campaign, an overall view in terms of metrics, keywords that have been used in this campaign, their individual costs, CTR, and so on, the most shown ads in this campaign, the landing pages associated with this campaign, the devices, the location where it's coming from, and the demographics. Once again, you have recommendations, which tells you what are the different recommendations for this particular campaign. So it's very similar to the hierarchy before, to the structure before, but now it gives you more detail. Right? So the campaign is the highest level, and it's very important. So this is where you set a lot of the initial structure. So for example, if I go to create a new campaign, over here, you can basically say what kind of a campaign you want. So brand awareness and reach, app promotion, sales, leads, so on. So in this case, let's say I want to build one on website traffic, and then I can choose the campaign type. Search is what we are focusing on, but you can also run display, which is basically running ads both on Google's sites and other partner sites. Shopping is promoting your website clicks with people who are likely to make a purchase. So this might involve visual ads, and then you can also have video related ads. So let's say you click on search, you can give the name of your website. So in this case, let's say I give masterkeyindia.com, then say continue. Now it's going to tell you what are the search settings. It gives you the location, the languages, the ones that you want your customers to speak, the audience membership. So in this, you can create your own audience. So the demographics, these are audience lists which are basically selected before by MasterKey, but you can also generate your own based on demographics and other characteristics. Here you set the budget, how much you want to spend each day. That will decide how much ads are going to be shown. You can also do the bidding, where you decide what is the bidding metric that you're going to work for. Now, in this case, you can choose conversions, which is uh, useful if you want people to purchase. Remember, that was one of the things that you started off with. You can choose clicks, which is essentially how many people are clicking your ad, or you could have an impression share, which is all about just showing people your ad and being aware of your product. Right? You can also do ad extensions, and we'll talk a little bit about what these mean. These are very useful because they provide some kind of an extra information on your product. So this is where you set up the structure of your campaign, and then the different ad groups will respond to the structure that you have set here. So moving on to say campaign mobile car units Chennai. you can choose the ad groups. So in these ad groups, let's say I choose car wash. Okay. Now in this again, if you look at the structure, it was campaigns and then ad groups, and within ad groups you have multiple keywords. So this is where you set up keywords and also ads and extensions for that ad group. So you can again have an overview, similar structure as before, which tells you for this particular ad group what are the different metrics and demographics and so on. It gives you the recommendations which will help you improve this particular ad group. Now, ads and extensions is the next important part in setting up of the ad group. So here, essentially, you decide on your campaign. So if you want to create a new ad, you can choose a text ad, a responsive search ad, or an ad variation. A responsive search ad is usually one where you can get some interaction over here. So if you look at a particular ad, so this one is a text ad wherein you have to give in the details. So it's very important that you actually get the right wording and get people to click on your ad. Google allows you only around 70 words, I believe. So you have to make sure that you're using that in the most productive manner. So if you look at one of their more successful ads, so let's take the one on the top. So here it mentions the price, it talks about wash and wax polish, it tells you the features that should get the customer excited about this product, which is doorstep service and top quality. Now, if you go below, it gives you the website link along with some detail on what all they do. They do doorstep pressure wash, they do shampoos, there's a one coat technical wax polish, and again the price. Okay, so it tells them what all they need to do. So over here again, you can get details on how many clicks, how many impressions they had, what is the CTR, what is the average cost per click, and so on. Now remember, this again can be modified. You can decide what all you want in terms of metrics. So for performance, you can choose other metrics. For conversions, you can choose a different set of metrics. So each one of them depends on what you're using the particular search ad for. Now, one of the important things is to make sure that your landing page is set up right. So if you say, for example, click on this, okay, so it goes to their website. Now the website should load pretty fast. So Google has a different page which helps you figure out how good your page is optimized for Google search. Now over here, once again, you see different aspects of the product. It has some details here, a captcha code, and this is essentially their conversion point. Now, once they like what they see, they're going to submit their inquiry, and the firm is going to follow up on the sale. So it's very important that your landing page is geared right. Usually, most firms will have a different landing page for each query. Now, the reason for that is if your landing page is not geared to the search, then Google might not think your quality score is very high. So remember, relevance is one of the aspects that Google uh, benchmarks you against. So you want to make sure that your landing page is relevant to the search query. So it's important that you have a different landing page for each query. So moving on to keywords. So if you look at keywords, once again, you can have many different keywords here. So in this context, in car wash, they've used this many keywords. Now, some of them are paused, which means that they're not using them anymore. And then you have specific ones such as car wash and car cleaning, which they're using. Now, if you